everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heidi from Glam is the Plan, and today I'm going to show you what my fall makeup look looks like. It's actually going to be a lot of neutrals, there's going to be a lot of browns, a lot of oranges, shimmery golds. I'm going to be showing you how to create a very easy eye. It's not going to be difficult at all. I'm excited to do that. I actually been trying to film this video for a long time and I finally got around to it. So I'm going to show you guys an easy technique that have helped me to create a very blended eye, what I do for my shimmers to pop, how I cut the crease. It's going to be a very easy tutorial. You don't have to have any of the palettes that I do. I have very affordable palettes. You can use any color that is similar to what I'm using. It doesn't have to be the same. The final results will look the same. That's all that matters. Before we do get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment any suggestions, any tips that you might have for others, affordable palettes that you've been loving for the fall. And don't forget to click on the bell notification so you get notified every time that I do upload. So if you're interested in watching how we get glammed for fall, please keep watching. We're going to start by priming the lids. What I'm going to use to prime today is just going to be my Pro Conceal by LA Girl. This is in the shade Porcelain. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a generous amount. I just like to make sure that the whole lid is covered with the concealer, which is going to be my primer. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I do blend this in very nicely throughout the whole lid. That way all the shadows that we do use are going to be under a very nice base. Also, while I do apply the primer, which is my concealer, to my lids, I will be highlighting my brow bone. That way when I do my base, I don't have to go in there and ruin the shadow. So I do like to take this concealer and this very flat brush. I like to get some concealer in there and just get a better shape of these brows. My brows are not sisters, they're not even related. They don't even live in the same continent. So please, let's be nice to my brows. Yeah, so I will only highlight the bottom of the brow just to really perfect them and give them a really nice shape. And we can go ahead and get on to the actual eyeshadow. I'm not going to set because I do like it to be a little more wet. That way the shadows show up a little better. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be using the Yes Please shadow palette by ColourPop. It does have a gold right there that I really do love. It has that really nice transition brown. It has some oranges. It has this very light vanilla color that I really like from this palette as well. It has some pop-up colors, but mainly I like this palette because of the browns and the orange and the gold. Also, I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance. Excuse my palette, this is really beat up. I do love this palette for fall looks. It does have some pop of colors, but like I said, I mainly will go into the browns in this palette, the gold, this tempera shade right here that it's almost like the one in the ColourPop palette. But I really like these two palettes. They really help me create those very fall neutral looks that we are all into. Alrighty, so we're gonna go right in. So we're gonna go ahead and take this ColourPop brush and we're gonna go ahead and go in with the color Burnt Orange right here. And we're gonna take that to the crease because this is just going to be our transition color. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up more. That's the way the X is. I'm going to go ahead and build up that crease. I'm going to go ahead and do this motion here just so that we can have that very blown out shape. And when you go ahead and blend these shadows, you want to make sure that you're going in very soft. That way the shadow is dispersed all over the lid, nice and soft. Also, what I do like to do is I like to look at the shape of my brow and follow that. That way the look is more put together. I'm going to bring whatever's left in my brush into the inner corner. This is a beautiful kind of brown with a lot of orange undertones, and that's why I do love putting this right as a crease color, as a transition shade, because this is what's going to peek out once our makeup look is complete. Okay, so that is our transition shade. Now we're going to try to go in a little darker. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use warm taupe. This warm taupey color is like a brown taupey color. We're going to go in with the same ColourPop brush, and we're going to go into that warm taupe color, still in our Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to go in this outer corner, and I'm not going to bring it as high as I did with the crease color. I'm going to keep this right in between the lid and the crease and blend that out. Again, I'm going to do this motion here to make it look very blown out, and I'm going to blend, blend, blend. That's going to be the secret to getting these shadows to blend in very nicely. I will bring whatever's left in my brush to the inner corner slightly, not all the way in like we did with the first shadow, but we are going to want to bring it slightly in so that color shows once we cut the crease. I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the other eye. I added the color first, and now we're blending it out. I'm doing the same motion here to create the illusion of that blown out look, and I'm just blending in very softly. I'm not using any harsh hand, I'm not doing any harsh strokes, I'm just slightly blending in. Okay, once that color is blended, we're going to go ahead and go in with the darker shade. I don't know if I want to use this Cypress Umber color or if I want to go in with Chauffeur first. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Cypress Umber color, and this one I'm going to apply with a smaller brush. I'm going to use this Eco Tools brush. I'm going to add a bit to create almost like a liner here on the outer corner. I'm going to apply just like this. I'm going to do the same to the other side, just like a line right there, and then more like a V on the outer V. I'm going to use the Anastasia brush that did come with the palette to just blend this out. And I do want to be very precise with this color. I don't want to bring it too high. I am going to use the same brush just because it's so soft and it really helps the colors blend very nicely. I'm going to use this brush to blend this out, and I'm going to be very careful now that that color doesn't go very high. We're going to want to keep in the outer corner and not go past half of the eye. To get a more blended effect, I am going to go in with this Anastasia Duo brush that did come in the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just going to go ahead and further blend this darker brown color. Okay, once you go ahead and blend that very nicely on the outer V, what I'm going to do once I have blended that last color in, that third color in, I'm going to make the outer V a little darker. So I'm going to take the same Eco Tools brush and add a bit more on the outer corner. This time I'm going to blend it with the same brush. That way it's a little darker than it was before. I'm going to continue blending this out. Like I said, I don't want to go too in. Okay, so I went ahead and deepened that out. We're going to do the same on the other eye. I'm going to add same color Cypress Umber to the outer V. Here, and first I'm going to try blending with the same brush. Then I'm going to take the Anastasia one and really try to blend that out, not going very high and not going very in the inner corner, staying on the outer V of the eye. I'm just blending with the round circular motions. Once that is really nice and blended, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I'm going to use a similar brush as the one we used previously to sharpen the brows, and I'm going to go ahead and use the same concealer, Pro Conceal, to carve the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease, and this is the way that I do it. I apply concealer to both sides of my brush, and I go ahead and start slightly higher than my regular crease. And I just try to shape it as round as possible. And I'm only gonna cut half of the crease. So that's where I would stop. So just go ahead, once you get the shape that you really like, just perfect the edges of it. Make sure they look slightly the same. And really fill that in. Once I'm satisfied with the shape and I have perfected as much as possible, I just go in with my finger and tap to take away any excess. Just tap, tap, tap. Once you think you have grabbed all the excess on that lid, we're gonna go ahead and go in with gold color. I'm going to swatch these two here. This is the Anastasia Primavera here. And next to it, I'm going to swatch the ColourPop in Spoiled. So definitely the ColourPop is more of a yellow tone, and the Anastasia Primavera is more of a true gold. So I think today I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Primavera. And what I like to do is I like to wet my brush. And this is a Real Techniques accent brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and wet that. I'm wetting that with the Longwear Sure Envy by Hard Candy, that setting spray. And we're gonna go in with color Primavera on both sides of the brush and just start applying. This is also a good time to go in with this more tense brush and perfect that shape on that cut crease. And I go ahead and build that. I don't want any of the concealer underneath to show, and I go ahead and apply it a lot. So going into the other eye, I'm going to add a lot of it again. Okay, once you have applied the lid color, you're gonna go ahead and take that same brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix the warm taupey color with the Cypress Umber just on the outer V here, just to go ahead and blend my lid color and the V color. So again, I take both of those colors and just blend, blend, blend. That way we can marry those two colors together. Now that we have blended both the lid color and the outer V, I'm actually undecided. I don't know if I want to add some eyeliner. I'm thinking that I'm just going to go in with a very small brush and maybe just add very dark shadow. Instead of adding liner, I'm thinking I'm going to add shadow along the eyelash line. I'm not adding a lot, I'm just going in. That way it looks like we have some liner on, and when we go in with the lashes, the band is going to be more hidden. Even though this step does go a long way, because just by adding this, I feel like the look looks more put together. I'm thinking I'm going to leave the eyeshadow just like it is now and do our base and then come back to the eye so we can add the lashes, we can add mascara, so we can really finish up the eye. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my skin using the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. I really love the Cetaphil lotion because it makes a really good base for my foundation, because it does leave my skin very soft and it does leave it tacky as well. That way our foundation can really stick onto something. So I'm going to go ahead and prime a little bit. I'm going to use a Master Prime by Maybelline. I'm just gonna add a tiny dot and I'm going to blend that in mostly in the T-zone just to blur out the pores. Once I go ahead and do that, I'm going in with my favorite foundation, my Fit Me Dewy Smooth. And this is the one that I've been enjoying really. So this is the one that I'm gonna use today again. I'm just gonna add some to the back of my hand. This is a little light for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the parts where I usually wanna highlight. Now I'm going to add some of the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Since I do have a darker shade in this, I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then just mix both of the foundations in, just to get a better color. Since I did mix these two colors, I want to go ahead and go into the highlighted areas first. To blend in my foundation, I am going in with the Juno & Co foundation sponge. I love this foundation sponge because it actually blends in beautifully and it also doesn't absorb the product. It actually gives you a flawless full coverage look. And this sponge helps the product apply to the actual face and it's not sticking to the sponge itself. That makes you save a lot of time as well as a lot of products because it does work with a lot of different foundations. It's not only specifically for liquid foundation. I've actually used this with cream contours and it blends my cream products beautifully. Again, I only bought this for $6. It's a velvety microfiber feel. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not like your typical beauty blender. It has like some texture to it, and I'm thinking that's what's not allowing the product to soak in the sponge, and it's making it apply really nicely to the face without having any difficulty applying and blending. Okay, going on, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with a flat brush and I'm going to add some of my foundation and I'm going to carve the top of my brows using that same foundation because I don't want this to be much brighter. I don't want this to be darker. I just want this to match the rest of my face. So again, I go ahead and blend that in with my Juno & Co sponge. Now I'm ready to go ahead and conceal. To conceal, I recently bought this LA Girl Pro Contour Cream, highlight and contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with the cream highlight. And I'm gonna use, let's see, the same brush that I used previously. I'm just gonna go in and grab some of the product. This is what the pan looks like. Now I'm gonna add that. Ooh, that's a nice color. Nice. That's how I like my highlight to look. I'm gonna contour my nose. I'm gonna go in underneath the eyes. Create that triangular shape at the center of my forehead. A little bit of the chin here. Right here, my smile lines. Okay, I'm also gonna go ahead and contour with the shade underneath. I don't know if this has a number. This is GCC 333 Fair, and I'm gonna use the contour shade. I'm a little scared, but oh no, this is really nice. It's not too dark. I'm gonna contour like so. Again, I'm going to start with the lighter colors. Oh, it's really easy to blend. These creams are very creamy indeed. Now that I blended all of the lighter colors, I'm going to use the butt of the blender to go ahead and blend out the cream contour. Oh wow, you see how beautifully that's blending? Like a dream. So when you're blending, always blend up. because we don't want the highlight underneath to get ruined. But wow, you see how that's blending? Beautiful. That's a beautiful blend right there. Let's go on to the forehead. I'm just going with the highlight side just to make sure that everything is nice and blended and there's no harsh lines. So when I go ahead and blend in the nose contour, I actually sometimes like to go in with the finger just because it's smaller and precise. I do like to bring it towards the shadow. That way it looks more. I have not mastered contouring my nose, but I feel like each time that I do it, I get a little better, and that's all that it is practice. Practice, 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 until you get it perfect. To avoid harsh lines, I'm just gonna top it with my sponge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my face using the Coty Airspun in shade Translucent Extra Coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the powder with my sponge. So I just go ahead and stamp it on and grab some more and bring it down. For my nose, I like to line it up like this. That way our contour will set as well. I'm gonna grab some more and bake underneath the contour, my chin, smile lines, and just basically set the whole face. Let it sit there for a little bit, not too long. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop smaller brush under the eye just to buff that in. Then I go ahead and grab another ColourPop brush, a little bigger, and then I go ahead and push the powder in the skin for the rest of the face. To blend everything in, I go in with an even bigger brush and just blend the whole face. Alrighty, after setting, I do go in directly into my blush. I'm going to use the Model Co. Cosmetics Peach Bellini with this stippling brush. You can get a really good and blended application with a brush like this. I add some here and here just to make my face look a little more blushed up. Okay, once I go ahead and do this, I will bronze. To bronze, I use a Milani Bronzer XL in Fake Tan. And I grab both of the colors in the pan. Apply that right there. Just bathe in bronzer, if you will. With the same brush, I do like to blend everything in like this. It looks like I'm going hard, but I'm really not. I'm doing this very soft, just so it can look more airbrush. I do also add some on the tip of my nose. Once I go ahead and do this, I will set my face. To set my face, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the face next. I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite highlight by e.l.f. in Moonlight Pearls. I'm going to use a fan brush, a tiny fan brush, and go ahead and apply that on the highest points of my face. I do kind of take this pretty low so so that way when I smile, the highlight does pop on my cheeks. With my finger, I'll go down the bridge of my nose, like so. I do want to add some on the channel. I never use this brush to do this, so good luck to me. To highlight the inner corner, I'm going to again wet my accent brush and go in with this Ulta Beauty Dual Chrome Illuminator. It's a dual chrome highlight. I'm in love with this for the inner corner because it really pops. Okay, now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with a flat brush from ColourPop and go in with the first color we used, which was burnt orange. We're gonna connect right here. With this shade, I will go all the way in. As I go in darker with the shades, for instance, now that I'm going with warm taupe, I'm just gonna keep this from the outer corner to the middle. And I think that's the darker color I'm going to add. I'm going to go in with a white NYX eye and eyebrow pencil. I'm going to go in the waterline. I'm going to do this just to really open up the eye. You can use a more vanilla, more creamy color, but this is what I have in hand right now. In the upper waterline, I'm going to go in with this Morphe color pencil in Dark Room. I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes. I'm going to go in with these Kiss Blowout Lash in style Beehive. I'm going to go ahead and cut and add glue to the lashes. The glue I'm using is the Dual Eyelash Adhesive in Dark Tone. So I go ahead and add a good amount of glue on the lash line. While I am drying the glue, I like to bend the lash like so. That way when we go ahead and put it on our lash line, it does sit more naturally on the eye. I like to push it in if it's not working with the tweezer. It's not safe to use a tweezer, but that's what I got used to doing. So try to use an actual lash applicator or your fingers. But this one is being a little stubborn. Give me the other ones, Daniela. They're in el espejito, like on the second shelf up. You're gonna see them right there. They look like spiders. No, más abajo. No, arriba. Like on the second or third shelf. On the very left corner.
What she means by shut up is like don't laugh.
Yeah. Just get out for them. Did you not hear me? It's really not easy applying these. It's not really hard to apply lashes, but it does take some practice. So I'm not having a very easy time doing this right now, but I'm still gonna keep trying. So I applied the glue one more time on a different pair of lash. I'm gonna continue folding it, blowing on it so it dries faster. And this time around, I'm gonna wait a little longer before I go ahead and put it in my eye, because you just need to have patience with the glue. You need the glue to be tacky. That way when you first sit it on the lash line, it's gonna go ahead and sit. That way if you move it around, it will stick to. I like to look down like this, set it, and then push it around. So now that I moved it around, I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. That way next time we go ahead and touch it, it's all dried up. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I don't know what kind of lip I want to do today. I'm thinking nude as always, but I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl Lip Perfection pencil in the shade Smoky Intense 205. Now I'm going to go in with a ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade Times Square. This is such a nice color. It does have like a mauvey pinky undertone, but I think it's really cute. I'm going to add the NYC Big Curl Mascara on my upper lashes, just to blend in my lashes with the falsies a little better. For my lower lashes, I will be adding the Maybelline Lash Discovery. It does have a really tiny brush, and that's why I like to use this one for the lower lashes. When that does happen, once the mascara dries up, I do like to go in with a spoolie, just a clean spoolie that I grabbed from one of my brow pencils, and I like to remove that. Okay, we're almost done here. I'm going to spray again, just to go ahead and really melt everything together. Make sure it actually looks like skin and we don't look cakey and powdery. Yeah guys, so this is the end result. I'm very happy how it came out. For me filming this and trying to explain it, it wasn't easy, but I'm really happy that I was able to teach you guys a little bit of what I know. I know it's not perfect and it doesn't have to be. I really encourage you guys to please try to recreate this. Tag me on Instagram at GlamIsAPlan, extra N at the end, and make sure you let me know how I did. This is my first actual tutorial, so I'm very excited to hear your feedback. Like I said, please go ahead and recreate this. It's so simple, so nice, perfect for parties, perfect for Thanksgiving dinner. No matter what outfit you wear, this is gonna look really nice because this is a staple look. Make sure you let me know your thoughts on this look. I'm very happy how it came out. I'm very proud of myself for my first tutorial, but this is only my first tutorial and many to come. But I feel really proud of myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys really like this, because this just makes me really proud. Actually getting on camera and trying to teach how to apply makeup. This is my passion. This is what I want to do, but I also want you guys to really enjoy it and actually get something from it. This inspires me to keep creating content for you guys, keep doing makeup tutorials, keep teaching you guys a little bit of all the things that I've learned over the years on YouTube. So with that, I'm going to thank you so much, and I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be filming a lot of more content for you guys, whether it's makeup, fashion, lifestyle, whatever it is. I'm just happy to be in front of the camera. Enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching. please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give it a like if you like this video. Comment one thing you learned from this video today. And please don't forget to press the notification bell. That way you're notified each time that I upload a video. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I'll see you guys on the next one.